So it's been about 3 years since I initially made this video explaining exactly what the Popular Investor Program is and how much I get paid by eToro. So I thought it was time for a bit of a refreshed version of this because obviously the previous version is very outdated now and a lot has changed since then. So with that being said, let me show you exactly what the Popular Investor Program is and how much eToro actually pays the popular investors. So there are 4 tiers within the program itself, ranging from Cadet all the way to Elite Pro. The monthly payments are 0 at Cadet level, and then from Champion, you start earning commission based on your assets under copy. This is fixed at 1.5% all the way up to Elite Pro. However, Champion is the only tier that actually has a minimum and a maximum within that tier, being minimum of $250 and maximum being $500. I'll get into a little bit more as to why this is the min and max. It's kind of based off the old system that they had in place where champions used to receive a fixed compensation of $500 per month. Now, looking at the various requirements in order to get to these tiers, they are quite steep in terms of the initial climb from Cadet. So Cadet, you just need pretty much 1 copier, and it says minimum time on level being 2 months. I know this isn't really the case right now. I'm not sure if it's some type of bug from their side, but it appears that pretty much the moment you've got 1 copier, you can apply, and most of the time people get accepted, but you won't start receiving any compensation then. And from that point, you can start trying to climb out of the Cadet tier, which is probably the most difficult tier to actually progress out of, as Champion requires a minimum average monthly AUC of $50,000. Now, it's easy to get 1 person to copy you, but getting enough people to copy you where there's $50,000 under your copy is quite a substantial task. And it takes a lot of dedication and commitment to actually engaging with copiers, as well as actually having decent enough results where people want to copy you in the first place. A lot of people might say it comes down to luck whether you get featured in the materials or not. I completely disagree with this. It is hard work. It is posting daily, actual quality content, not just spamming your stats, providing value on the platform and engaging with people on the platform as well. It can take months, it can take years to actually climb out of Cadet, but it is not a luck-based event. It is skill-based, I can promise you that. From a lot of trial and error from my side as well, seeing what works and seeing what doesn't. That being said, once you get to Champion, congratulations, you're going to start earning compensation from eToro. However, there are other requirements that you have to meet, which are minimum time on a specific level, as well as various other things like posting at least once a month with a post of 100 words. Shocker, that shouldn't be too much of a challenge, especially if you've been doing a skill-based approach to actually climbing out of Cadet. You will be posting pretty much daily, or at least once every 2 days at a minimum if you're looking to climb out of a Cadet without getting lucky and getting featured. After that, the next tier is Elite. That requires a average monthly AUC of $400,000. And then the next tier after that is 10 million AUC, which is a lot. And that is also 1.5, but I believe there's some type of bonus as well. So for Elite Pros, it works a little bit differently to Elites, where it takes 10 million AUC to actually get there, which is a very, very difficult task to achieve, as well as there are a heap of other requirements. So both for Elite and Elite Pro, there is an educational requirement. The Elite educational requirement for anyone who has actually dealt with a career in finance, it's really not that difficult to pass. The Elite Pro requirements, I would compare it something in the range of CFA level 1 in terms of difficulty. And then that allows you to unlock additional compensation, which is right at the bottom over here. This changes every now and again, so it's important to keep up to date with it. At some point, this will probably be out of date, but for the time being, it currently works that Elite Pros receive a fixed 1.5% payment up to 20 million AUC, and then an additional 0.5% greater than 20 million AUC, which is paid out monthly, or 1.5% up to 30 million AUC and 0.5% greater than 30 million paid out if they have 5 years of trading on the platform. This is essentially a benefit to those who have experience on the platform. And it might be a little bit confusing, but for most people, you don't even need to worry about this. By the time you qualify for Elite Pro, you'll probably have a very good understanding as to how this works. Your account manager would have walked you through exactly how the compensation tiers work if you have any questions. So I'm going to mainly stick to the Elite payment scheme, which is the payment scheme I'm on currently. So with that being said, let's take a look at my profile currently. So as you can see, this is the Popular Investor dashboard. The average user will not have this. You get this once you join the Popular Investor program, and you've got a nice little button here, which will take you to this dashboard. From this dashboard, you can see your total number of copiers as well as your total AUM. It is a rounded figure. If you want your exact figure, you can go to the fact sheets, which are produced once a month, and see it there. So with that being said, my portfolio right now has a total of 797 copiers at the time of recording and 1.87 million. So in order to work out what my monthly payment would be, you need to take the 1.8 million and then multiply it by 0.015, which is 1.5%. And that is going to give you $28,000 a year. So if I were to maintain this AUC over the course of a year, eToro would be paying me $28,000. To work out what they're going to pay each month, you can divide that by 12 and you're going to get $2,337. I believe they round down. I can't remember if it's rounding down or rounding up, but for the sake of $1, it doesn't really matter. So this would be the monthly payment. And then obviously as you start to increase your AUC, your monthly payment's going to increase along with that. Or if your AUC decreases, the monthly payment will decrease. It's important to remember that this number is based on the monthly average. So I would need to average 1.87 throughout the entire month. And it's done based on your closing average for each day, or your closing total for each day averaged over the entire month. And that is how the payments are calculated. So yeah, I just wanted to update my previous video, which I've done. If you are planning on becoming a popular investor, then just remember it is a massive commitment and you have a large responsibility to the copiers who are entrusting you with their copy. It is not as simple as just making a post once a month and collecting compensation from eToro. That being said, if you did enjoy the video, then make sure to give it a like. And if you would like to join eToro, then please do so by clicking the link in the description. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions for me, then make sure to leave a comment either on the video or you can reach me on eToro. I make sure to answer all questions that get left. That being said, happy investing everyone, and I will catch you in the next one.